Hey everybody, it's your friend Craedon Rountree. I just got back from a ride with the fellas down to Columbia Gorge. Beautiful. Well, they call it a 10K. I call it a 10 maybe. But I'll tell you what, it was a workout, and I'm not really. I haven't been out working out in a while. You probably can't tell. But let me say something. We was out riding, and it got a little bit breezy out. And it made me remember my childhood. We used to have to get apples out of the tree on the farm, and peaches and such. And we had a ladder, but we couldn't always use a ladder because Grandma was using it for needlepoint or for crocheting. So I'm going to show you some of the things that we did. But first of all, before we do that, I want to show you my racing bike. Now this is a bike that I've got. I got it from the fella, and it was pretty expensive, and he told me it was pretty expensive. It's a Granite Peak Roadmaster. I got a flat tire just coming up, getting home now. But I've gone through 2 of them water jugs, and it's pretty neat because it's got your gears right up here on top. And he said that's kind of a rarity. It's just for speed. And then you got your front and you got your rear brakes, 1 brake on each side, which I thought was pretty neat. Now, the seat's harder than heck, and which reminds me of another story. When I'd ride my bike with my girlfriend at the time, God bless her, Daisy June. Well, she didn't like going for bike rides. I don't know why. Just only had the 1 seat, but I don't know what happened to her. Anyway. I'm going to show you another thing. My buddy told me that I need to get some cleats for riding. So, I didn't really know what that meant, so I went down to the hardware store, and I got me some cleats. Now, these got some spikes in them. Now, I'll tell you this. If this is what cleats are, then they come in handy when you're going uphill. When you're going downhill, you better make sure you don't snag the ground. You're going to flip right over. But anyway, that's another story. So anyway, this has also got your reflector on it. That might have been kind of why it was so high, because it's got all these things. It even has its own kickstand. So, okay, enough of that. I'm going to go get a Spam sandwich, a jar of pickle juice, and some chips. Take a little nap. I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you the thing that we used to do to get them apples and different various fruits or cats, whatever was in the tree you couldn't get. Yeah, I'm going to get you that. I'm going to show you what we did, and then you can kind of go from there. Okay, so stay tuned. Okay, I just got done taking a shower and getting something to eat and all that. I'm refreshed. I'm ready to go. Now let me show you what you're going to need. These are some of the things you're going to need. I can't, you can get an idea, but it's not really what you need. It's going to, as you see, as I put it together, you'll understand, okay? So, these are just some of the things. Now, if you've got an old radio, we used to use radios, but, this is a fancy Yamaha. And a fan, extension cord, as much as you need to get to the tree that your fruit's up in, or the kite that you got to get down, or whatever. If you don't have a ladder. Now I'm going to show you how to make some wind. See if we can get this. See if we can get this dialed in. I'm trying to get that. I don't have an assistant. So I'm going to show you, and rather than just go through each step, maybe you just kind of figure it out as I go. I should have pre-drilled these. I'm gonna have to pre-drill them. Okay, what I'm gonna do, now I'm gonna show you. You're going to pre-drill in the corners. It's pretty thick. back on that. Tap that one in there. Now you don't have to go all the way down. I would say at least halfway. Okay, so that's what you got. Now, set this back up here. Sorry, you wanted a professional show, this ain't it. Okay, so, now, in the center one, you're going to want to drill. I got a wood drill here. We're going to try it. Because, I'm going to go right about center. Oh, I forgot to mark it off. From screw to screw. And then you got to come on the other side. From back down here to that screw. Crisscross. Now you notice it ain't centered. That's what you want. You want the triangulation of both points. And it's not always in the center. So right here. Punch that down. And we're going to make sure that this fits. Yeah, that's going to fit good. So push that down there, baby. Okay. Now you got to take some soldering. You want to take some solder and you want to drop it down in there. Now, I wouldn't advise doing that without gloves, but I am a professional. Okay, so we got that in there heated up. We'll stick that in there. It's going to be hot now. Remember that. It's just got to stay in one place. It doesn't screw in, but you just want it to be able to stay right there. And that way, the ions and the heat Moses that's coming from this thing is going to be capsulated up inside this bottle. Now, here's another thing I got to tell you. If you have to, you take a golf ball. Now this happens to be a Slazenger. I don't know how it matters, or why it matters, but in the ones that I've done before, it does help. You're going to want to bring it up and place it in there. It's okay if it bends, but for whatever reason, that helps the process of what I'm going to show you. So now you can see that. Now, with these two screws, you want to take some wire, and it's got to be a fairly decent wire, like picture hanging wire, like Grandma used to call it. And what you're going to do is you're going to come through. You're going to come under one of these screws that you got in there, and just going to slip it over, just like that. Okay, the other end, take and just wrap around, like that. Okay, and it's okay with this excess, just as long as you don't cut yourself. Now, what you're going to do, now you got this set up, you can stretch that out or not, I don't know. But what happens is, when you plug, oh, I gotta get my other deal. Okay, this also is important. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to plug the end of one end of that into here. Okay? You're going to take your fan, just a regular fan. Okay, it shouldn't have to be a big one, just a regular house fan, but it's got to be powered. Now, you're going to take that and plug it into the other side. Okay? Now, the components in this such is that with the way this works, and I can't tell you exactly the science behind it, I just know that it works. So what we're going to do now, all you got to do is carry this out to your power source. You're going to plug this in into your cord. Okay, now it's pretty much ready to go. The only thing you got to do is plug it all in, have enough cord to the tree that you want to work on, or the trees, I might say, or whatever it is that you're trying to get the wind and activate. Now this should all work. So the only thing we got to do is go plug it in. So here we go. Okay, you can see it's pretty still out here right now. It's pretty nice. So I got her all plugged in now. So we just gotta make sure she's on. Yeah, well. Anyway, that's how we did it, and I just want to say thanks for tuning in. I want to say hey to my two good buds, Dennis and Don, down there in Oregon. I'm going to come down and maybe we can do a little fly fishing or some of that fancy bowling that you're talking about, that woods bowling. I don't know what that's all about. Sounds like a good time. So I'm coming down to see you guys in Oregon. Lock your sisters up, because, well, I've seen what they look like. I'm just kidding you. I love them. So, okay, so remember, somebody's always watching when you sleep, and take care of yourself and each other. Good boy. Good boy.